This 90mm lens is a perfect focal length for me. Today I have another fashion/portrait shoot with my Mamiya RZ67. This time shooting 120 black and white film for the very first time. Now I've shot a lot of Ilford HP5 in 35mm cameras but never ventured up into 120 film, and have been wanting to try out black and white film for portraits in my RZ67 for quite a while. I once again asked Carmela to model for me. We came up with a location and an outfit, and I wanted to use a stool as a prop in the images where I could, just as a way of making things a little bit different and shooting something that I'd never really shot before and using a prop in a shoot, which I'd never done before. But before we get to the shoot, I do need to show you some of the upgrades that I've made to my RZ67. The first one is this one, the Sekor Z 90mm f3.5. Now, this 90mm lens works out field of view wise roughly as a 42mm equivalent on a 35mm camera, and as I said in my last RZ67 video, I tend to prefer shooting with, say, like a 35 to 50mm focal length range. So going into this shoot, I was hoping to absolutely love the results that I got and find the focal length just a little easier to work with than the 180mm that I used in the last shoot. And I have to say that I definitely did prefer the images that I got, and the focal length as a whole just felt nicer and much more natural to compose with, and I'm going to show you the shots soon and hopefully you'll agree. But I have also picked up another couple of accessories for the RZ, mainly with the aim of trying to make the camera just a little bit easier and more comfortable to use handheld. So firstly, I picked up a prism finder for the camera, not one that has any metering or auto exposure capabilities, but one that corrects the image in the viewfinder and just makes it a little bit more natural to use to compose my shots. And then to counteract all the extra weight of the prism finder, because it is really quite heavy, I also picked up a left-hand grip that makes the camera so much easier to handhold and to shoot with, and I can trigger the shutter easily by pulling the little trigger on that grip. They're both super simple to use and set up. I can quickly change the prism finder for the waist level finder if I like, and the side handle just screws into the tripod hole on the bottom of the camera and mechanically triggers the shutter. It also has a little hot shoe mount on the grip, so I can easily mount a flash or something like that if I wanted to, and hopefully I'll be able to play around with that sometime soon. So that was the setup for my shoot, and probably actually the new constant setup of the RZ, is I just love the form factor of the camera now and how it feels to shoot. But let's get into why we're all here, the images. I absolutely love how these images came out. I think the outfit and the stool just works so well with the quite gritty and earthy surroundings. We were pretty much stood just in a muddy and overgrown field, and I think the contrast between that very sort of dressed up city-like outfit and a very just overgrown and sort of unkempt background in nature, I think that contrast worked quite well. I was actually a little scared going into the shoot about getting Carmelo in focus because it was quite a dark day, and so every single one of the images that I shot I had to shoot wide open, fully wide open at f3.5. I think at either 1/125th or 1/60th of a shutter speed, and I was concerned that that depth of field would be super shallow, or if I went down to 1/60th that I'd get some motion blur. And also the prism finder doesn't have a critical focus magnifier nor a diopter or anything like that, so I was having to really slow down and check my focus with every shot and make sure that it was pinpoint sharp if I could. There were a couple images that were slightly missed focus, but for going on YouTube, they look perfectly acceptable, and I've sharpened them up a little bit, and it's only really if you get in and properly pixel peep that you can see that I missed on a couple of shots. But on the whole, I loved this shoot and I'm super happy with the results from it. Only really the second shoot that I've had properly with the Mamiya, and I'm still sort of getting to grips and learning how to use it to its full potential, but the accessories that I've picked up just make it far more enjoyable for me to use and shoot, and I think that the 90mm lens will just get a lot of use as soon as I'm able to get some more shoots in and allowed to see people outside of my household and create some more images. Fairly quick one today. I've just got a few more images to show you from this shoot and I'll leave you with them now. I hope everyone's staying safe, keeping a positive outlook for 2021 and is getting out there to take some photos. I for one cannot wait to just be able to get some more photo shoots in and really get to use the RZ more, and I've got a couple other cameras and stuff that I want to try out and just be able to get out there and create some more imagery. If you enjoyed, please do feel free to leave a like or your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear from you, and feel free to subscribe if you want to see any more content just like this from me. But stay safe and I'll see you in the next one.